What's up, guys? Lots to show you this week on this garden update. Look at the corn. Crazy how fast that's growing. We did just have a cold front move through. This whole week we've had heat advisories in the 90s and the hundreds. Everything is pretty happy. I did manage to get kind of cleaned up. It looks a little better than it did when we got back from vacation. If you watched last week's video. Lots to show you guys on this week's garden update. I can't figure out why this corn is so much different than this corn. I did put old chicken, like shavings, chicken straw that had chicken poop in it. I thought that I spread it out a little bit better. I don't know what happened, why there is this obvious line divide right here in growth. Maybe y'all can let me know what's going on. Excited for that. Excited to make a lot of popcorn. This is grain corn, red flint corn, and heirloom grain corn. And then I'm gonna make a lot of popcorn. Polenta. The sorghum is up. Sorghum is actually a grass, so all these little bluish green grass and sunflowers are doing good. Still kind of waiting for them to take off. I guess I'm just comparing it to the corn, so I don't really know what to expect as far as this. Flower bed is bumping. I went through and counted up how many squash plants there were, estimating to get like 200 squash off of this. Look at the cotton. Really excited for the cotton. Another big update in the flower bed. The lavender finally came up. These are some chives too. I was curious, I was waiting to see what was going to happen in here, if I was going to have to reseed it. Tomatoes and the tomatillos. I went back and reseeded a lot of tomatoes where nothing came up. These are the tomatillos. Like here's a little tomato. There's a tomato. They're doing all right. Still can't figure out why these tomatoes are massive. Doing a little better over here on this side. These are a lot bigger. Tomatillos are happy. These ones are doing great. I might transplant this one. If they're happy, like, why move them? I went back and reseeded a lot of the herbs in here. Every bed has herbs in it. They're just not, I don't know where they are. Green beans have been flowering. Oh, look, there's some. I've never seen potato plants this crazy. They are so happy. They are forming their little tomatoes. If your potato plants do flower and make their tomato looking things, don't eat them. They're poisonous. Potatoes are a nightshade, so they will produce a tomato-looking, tomato-like fruit on them. Typically the flowers just fall. Ooh, stink bug. I did notice there are a lot of stink bugs on the potato plants. The flowers will just fall off, but if they do get pollinated, they will make their fruit. Who knows, maybe next year we will grow some potatoes from seed. These sunflowers are so big. The stem on this is already an inch, 3/4 inch thick. They are intruding on my walkway though. Oh gosh, there's another one. This is officially being named Sunflower Alley. I actually planted cucumbers, some really fun cucumbers in here yesterday. I got them in quick before it really rained last night. I will show you guys that variety of cucumber. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it already. Punakura. When they mature, they get this really dark brown, like russet colored skin. Elderberry starts are growing. I didn't expect that to actually work. More sunflowers on Sunflower Alley. The Brussels sprouts are very, very happy. I have been keeping my eye on them pretty close this week. There has been some cabbage worm damage. I've been spraying them with my essential oil bug spray, which is mainly peppermint. Oh. Why? Go somewhere else. So when that happens, I just remove that leaf and toss it in the field. I'm willing to bet there are eggs laid all over this. They are little yellow looking. Yep, right here. Just smash that with your finger. That looks like all the damage that was done. These tomato plants are about to flower. It blows my mind. If saving your own seed works that well, we're saving every seed this year. Look at this Brussels sprout plant. That is just, that's a Brussels sprout plant. I'll come back when I'm done filming this and inspect every plant now for cabbage worms. We might have some cucumbers here soon. Lots of flowers going on in there. This is just doing its thing. Another big sunflower. The wheat really dried up a lot this week. Ground cherries are slowly poking out. I don't know if this is going to work. They have an 80-day growing season. An 80-day growing season from transplant. So, I don't know. I might have to start them really early next year. I've put a giant colored cabbage in here. It's doing its thing. This bed is a mess and needs a lot of attention. The fennel really took off this week. I have a lot of fennel over there that seeded itself. I did throw some beets in here, so I'm hoping those pop up soon. I put a lot of beets in there, hoping that they can kind of fill these gaps here before these cabbages get too big. So excited about this onion blossom. So pretty. Assuming this gets pollinated, which there's a guy working right there, these will make a bunch of black seeds. This is the biggest green onion I've ever seen. It's 4 feet tall at least. And all the rest of them, well, maybe that one's the biggest. The rest of them are also going to seed. This is what it looks like before it breaks out of that husk. It was just so hot this week, so everything is accelerated. Carrots are flowering. I did go back through, if you guys watched last week's video, you saw this bed and how awful it was. I went through and just completely redid it. I did try and save these beets and these carrots. And I planted a lot of beets. A whole bunch of them. These radish seed pods, oh, I just threw it. All of these radish seed pods are edible. So they're similar to like a spicy, they're like a snow pea or snap pea, but they have a little kick to them. They're really good. I might even venture to say that I like these better than radishes. I've been fighting some pretty serious bugs. I think this is flea beetle damage. It wouldn't surprise me if it was cabbage worms. And I did go back and reseed some of these empty spaces. I just cleaned up this wheat, and then the weather went through last night, and now it's all over the place again. Lettuces are very happy. This one really needs to be harvested. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this week's garden update. If you guys want to watch the other 3 or 4 videos that I have, you can see the garden from a month ago. Even before, like when I had the corn plot and the sorghum. I will link the garden playlist down in the description. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.